Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, and when we get into this early morning price forecast, I have a long travel day today again. So we're going to do some updates from the road, but this will be your most in-depth update. And you can see as we start with the XRP price, we actually did come down like we talked about yesterday when we were sitting up here. If we didn't break this high with the volume steadily declining, you can see it there in orange, that we were likely going to come down. And if we did and broke underneath this 50 cent, we would most likely trade and then come down to the 200 initially, and then eventually back down here to that 37 cent level. And that's what we're watching for right now, as this seems to have formed sort of a local regional top one, double top two, had the crash after the pump, came up sideways consolidation with falling volume. That's often bearish, but you can still push to the upside even with those parameters, with the falling volume and a local double top, a dump, and then a sideways consolidation in the up fashion with falling volume. It still can lead to the upside, but often, but not always, it likes to come down. And I think now your next major target is this 200 day, and then we could come up and pump up and do something like this, and then come back down to the 37 cents. But that's what I'm watching out for in a micro time frame in the XRP price. Can you get any kind of bounce off this 50 or 100 day moving average in blue? And if you do, does it get back into this blue area, or does it just come back up a couple percent, hit this 50 cent level and trade to the downside, right? So that's what we're looking at. You have your major underneath volume indicator between 29 and 32 cents. The 37 cents is your major support now, which used to be major resistance back there. Your 68 cents is your major overhead upper resistance on any kind of crazy pump. You'd get harshly rejected there, I believe, if you got up there. And this target is still in play by the end of this year. We got about 2 months left in this year, and I do believe we're going to hit that target by the year's end. And then some more breaking news, as I'm your headquarters for breaking news and coin updates in blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. I'm your breaking news headquarters and crypto news headquarters here on YouTube and Truth Social and the rest of these other platforms, Twitter. And as you do know, we're in an inflationary depression, and I believe the CBDC, central bank digital currency, or Fed dollar coin as I call it, will be coming online. And they're going to start the cashless system and the digital revolution that's coming in 2024. And you can see some more news that correlates with what I'm saying. Fed moves into faster payment. Name, Fed now key features will process payments 24 hours a day. Transaction size up to $25,000. Eligible institutions, all those with Fed accounts. Launch date 2023-2024. Notice that 2024. Source, Federal Reserve, right? Straight out of the Federal Reserve. Technical probabilities for U.S. central bank digital currency. This is from the White House, September 16th, 2020. President Biden often summarized his vision for America in one word: possibility. A digital dollar, or as Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing calls it, Fed dollar coin, may seem far-fetched, but modern technology could make it a real possibility. And you can see later on in this article, President directive to place the highest urgency on R&D effort is related to central bank digital currency, as well as the fiscal year 2024 budget priority that required that federal departments and agencies collaborate on critical and emerging technologies, including financial technologies. This will help bring the federal government's resources and expertise to bear on hand questions related to digital assets. And notice again, 2024, right? European Union, EU lawmakers vote 28-1 in favor of landmark new crypto laws. And why are in the United States, in Europe, and in many other countries are they getting crypto regulations and crypto laws on the books and digital payment processing bills in all the countries simultaneously in the last couple of years? Because 2024 is the start of the digital revolution, right? And all these countries are collaborating together because they want a worldwide digital payment. And this is not speculation or conjecture by old Vincenzo. This is what politicians and central banks in various countries around the world are saying, right? This is all factual information because I'm here to educate and inform you. And that's most importantly, educate and inform so you can make a wise, knowledge-filled decision for yourself as you research. Virtually assuring the passage of legislation that was signed off by the BLOCS national government last week. The Market and Crypto Asset Regulations, MEIGI, lets providers of wallets and other crypto services market themselves across the BLOC if they register with national authorities and meet minimum guarantees intended. Again, they always say this to protect investors, right? It's always to protect the investor. And now another one, Portugal, along with digital assets in a digital revolution, they're going to have to tax it, right? And look at the dates that are coming into play here. Portugal, and this law is going to be put into effect 18 to 21 months or 24 months after it's signed into law, which would bring it right into the 2024 timeframe that this new law, the MEIGI in Europe, would take effect just in time. The end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024, this law would take effect, coinciding again with the cashless 2024 start of the digital revolution. Portugal is planning to start taxing digital currency gains on purchases held for less than a year in a major policy shift for one of Europe's most crypto-friendly nations. Portugal currently does not tax crypto gains unless they come from professional or business activity. That's just how they got in the door, and all the retail traders are like, it's just professional and business activity. It doesn't affect me. Well, as you move on down the line into the future, the laws and regulation end up being pushed to you as they need more money because the governments always need more money. But that's about to change a provision in the country's proposed 2023 budget with tax gains on crypto holdings held for less than 1 year at a rate of 28%, according to a plan submitted to Parliament on Monday. Crypto assets held for longer than 365 days would have a separate to no tax. Bitcoin mining difficulty hits record high, and Hubei founder sells entire stakes. CNBC Crypto World, right? Portugal tax crypto gains in next year's budget plan. We just went over that. And then you can see the law that we were talking about in Europe with the MEIGI. This law will enter into force between 12 and 18 months after publishing in the BLOCS official journal, which is likely next spring. So that's 2023. 12 months from then would be the start of 2024, coinciding with the cashless system and the cashless society and the new utopia and the digital payment system that governments around the world are trying to go to. And you can see the Bitcoin price is actually falling along with the rest of the cryptos live as we do TA. You can see we're still at 19,209. If we breach 19,209, we're going to come down to that 16,658 level. And if we break that 16,658 level, you do know this target is still in play, and it brings us into a whole nother zone. If we break down below this blue trading zone that we've been in for about 2 months, that brings us into the last line of defense down here to the shit house at about $11,900. And that would be a critical area for the Bitcoin price to fall down to, because that would get a lot of shaking up going on in the market. A lot of things would not be, a lot of people and a lot of areas in the market would not be happy if that shakeup did happen. And you can see the algo price after we skyrocketed up here. Remember when we hit this major green resistance box? Now the last several weeks we've traded down back into the volume indicator zone, and it looks like that 27 cents is your next area for algo to hit. And then I had a question about Quant yesterday in the comment section. It said, how can Quant go back down to these low levels after it's up 3x or 4x from its lows? The same way that Quant, when we drew the picture of the Quant price and the Quant jabronis about to fall off the mountain, the same way as when Quant came up from the spring of 2021 and rallied 900, 1,000%, the same way it went from there and crashed 91% from there is the same way as this price gets exhausted. Eventually, Quant in this bear market, it could come all the way up to here to $222, but even if it came up to here, I believe eventually Quant will be sitting down here at the bottom part of the shit house, and I do think quant will eventually come down to the $20 range, if not lower, because this is just a bear market rally after all the sellers piled in. They're short squeezing them out, and eventually the volume continues to trickle down like it is. You can see the volume still trickling down. The price starts to get exhausted, and then it dumps again, just like it did there. Congratulations to anybody that was savvy enough to take that trade down there, but this price too will eventually get exhausted. And in the weeks and months to come, when quant's sitting back into 30s and 40s and maybe even 20s, you'll be asking yourself, how did I not see this happening again? How did I buy the top again? If you're buying quant up in here, there's plenty of downside left in quant. This is just a bear market rally. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing as we take a brief look at Cardano. The same way Cardano, nobody thought Cardano could come down from its massive 9,700% rally from the spring of 2021 to the blow off top. But now look at it. Cardano from its top now is down 87%, 86.17%. And it's got a long way to go down still. There will be a bear market rally somewhere. But I believe Cardano, as I was warning when this blow off rally was going and nobody thought they could lose money on it, I was telling you that we had some low levels as this bear market got underway that this could come down to. And I do believe eventually, I don't know where that one went. I do believe eventually Cardano, the price will come down to maybe as low as 8.5 cents after we come down initially to our next major support level, which is down here at about the 26-cent level. If you break this 26-cent level, you would have a big fall. And I do believe this will happen in a capitulation event where you break the 26-cent level and you flash crash all the way down to about the 10 to 8.5 cent level. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love.